Here's the starting lineup for Resurrection Christian. Batting first is the second baseman, Luke Mont. Shortstop, Brett Bakerski hits second. The catcher, Del Richardson, bats third. The cleanup hitter's the third baseman, Josh Miller. First baseman, Jake Lohr, hits fifth. Cody Pernozuk, the center fielder, hits sixth. Right fielder, Aaron Gravitz, hits seventh. In left field, Caleb Robbins hits eighth. And Jake Tomchek, the designated hitter, will hit ninth. B-Diggers defensively have Mitch Tormoen at first. Arnoldo Matos Garcia at second. Tyler Mondes at third, and between them at short. It's Kyle Rosenbrock around the outfield. Grayson Simmons in left. Nico Guzman in center. And the right fielder is Oscar Soto. Behind the plate is Alec Peterson. And freshman B.J. Hirschfeld is the starter for this game in Brush. This will be Brush's fifth game since Thursday. They also played on Friday and two on Saturday. They have won 4 or 5 league games. Of course, that doesn't matter in this particular game, but reason this game does matter, it's important for seeding. They do look at the one-loss record at the end of the year. Well, if BJ can pitch anything like his brother did when he was a freshman, could put together something pretty special here.
Second baseman, number 5, Luke Mont.
Here's Luke Mont, the second baseman. Opening pitch brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance with 2 locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. Ingmeyer Phillips can help you with your home, car, health, or life insurance questions or needs. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. The right-hander Hirschfeld against the right-hander Mont. The pitch. Change-up is in the dirt. One ball and no strikes. Wine and Offering. Fastball's upstairs. And let me tell you, this team for Resurrection Christian has been lethal the last 3 games, outscoring their opponents 64-0. The pitch. Change-up, a strike at the knees. They defeated Longmont Christian 22-0, Lions 12-0, and Denver Academy 30-0 in their last game. The Offering. Foul back. Another change up. The count is at 2-2. Yeah, the B-Diggers certainly want a much better showing than that 10-0 loss on April 12th. 2-2 pitch. Very high. Three balls and 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter for Resurrection Christian, Luke Mont. And the Offering very high again with a fastball, not even close. And the shortstop, Brett Bakerski, will step in.
Number 3, Brett Bakerski.
So it's a walk to Mont. And will Resurrection be swinging away or place a small ball? Bakerski right on top of the plate. Peterson lays down the sign. 2-step lead. Squaring to bunt. The pitch. And he bunts it out down the third base line. Tough play. Peterson lets it roll, and it's going to stay fair along the line. It's a bunt single for Brett Bakerski. That was a thing of beauty.
Catcher, number 9, Del Richardson.
Here comes the right-handed hitting catcher, Del Richardson. And normally you get to this part of the lineup and you don't play small ball. And again, Denver Christian's coming off a game, or I should say Resurrection Christian against Denver Academy, in which they scored 16 runs in the first inning. At second is Mont. At first is Bakerski. With an open stance, the right-handed hitter Richardson swung on, drilled into left center field for a base hit. Simmons charges Fields. Runner being sent around third. Throw will be cut off by Tyler Monday. And on the throw, Richardson to second. It's an RBI single. And Resurrection Christian leads 1-0 in the top of the first inning.
Now batting, third baseman, number 1, Josh Miller.
There comes Josh Miller, the right-handed hitting third baseman. Swung on, lined, and that is headed to center field for a base hit beyond the lunging Rosenbrock. 1 run is in. Richardson will be held up. It's an RBI single by Miller. And right now the freshman Hirschfeld is learning a tough lesson here. Resurrection leads 2-0.
First baseman number 12, Jake Lohr.
And Jake Lohr is extremely good. He really hurt the Bee Diggers on the mound and with the bat in that victory 17 days ago. The Rudders take their leads. The stretch, the pitch, swung on and popped up and out of play off to the right. Peterson giving chase, but to no avail. 0-1. Let the State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life. Home, auto, life, and health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call. 842-4555. No balls and 1 strike. Nobody out. 2 on, 2 in. The pitch in the dirt, gets away from Peterson a little bit. No advance. Count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike to Jake Lohr. A walk and 3 base hits. Against the freshman B.J. Hirschfeld. 3-step lead at first. Step off by Hirschfeld. Back in the box. The stretch and the offering. The runner going. It's in the dirt. No throw by Peterson. Two balls and 1 strike. Give Josh Miller the steal, and Resurrection looks like they're going to put together a huge first inning here. The offering. Low. Another changeup. It's 3-1. Yeah, you want Hirschfeld to go as long as possible. I mean, you could say that for any game, but especially in a non-league game. 3-1. The stretch. Squaring to bunt. And he pops it up. It's caught by Hirschfeld. He will throw towards third. Monday steps on the bag. And that doubles up the runner. Del Richardson, there's 2 down. Boy, a huge mistake there.
Now batting center field, number 8, Cody Pranozic.
So 2 down just like that. Here's Cody Pranozic. Hitting from the right side. Swung on, lined, foul to the right. Well, that changes the inning altogether. With a runner at second and 2 down. Yeah, had he laid it down, there would have been a run scoring instead. Bee Diggers get a nice break. Curveball is swung on and fouled back. No balls and 2 strikes to Cody Pranozic. Another right-handed hitter for Resurrection Christian. The 6th hitter in this lineup, the stretch. Hirschfeld delivers in the dirt with a changeup. Throw back to second. Rosenbrock's got the runner in a rundown. Rosenbrock to third, and Monday will apply the tag. And picked off over there is Josh Miller. The inning is over. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We head to the bottom of the second inning, or bottom of the first inning, excuse me. Resurrection Christian 2. The Bee Diggers are coming to bat on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Bee Digger starting lineup brought to you by Blodorn Lumber at blodornlumber.com. You can browse the virtual showroom, view the current sales flyer, complete a credit application, and shop the entire inventory online. Doesn't matter if you're a contractor or painting your kitchen. At Blodorn Lumber, you'll get the same friendly service and advice to make your job easier. Friendly place, serious service at Blodorn Lumber. Batting first for the Bee Diggers is the catcher Alec Peterson. Arnoldo Matos Garcia. The second baseman at second, Kyle Rosenbrock at short, hits third. Cleanup hitters, the first baseman, Mitch Tormolen, batting 6th. Check that, 5th is the third baseman, Tyler Monday. 6th is the DH, Ryan Hirschfeld. Actually, 5th is Hirschfeld, and 6th is Monday. Batting 7th is Oscar Soto, the right fielder. Nico Guzman in center hits 8th. And Grayson Simmons will hit 9th. Defensively for Resurrection Christian, Jake Lohr's at first, Luke Mont at second, Josh Miller's the third baseman. Shortstop is Brett Bakerski, Caleb Robbins in left, Cody Pernozik in center, Aaron Gravett in right. Behind the plate is Del Richardson and Matt Cooksey. The right-handers on the mound, 2-0, Resurrection. Wind and pitch. Fastball is low. B.J. Hirschfeld was in a world of trouble. 2 in with 2 on and nobody out, and no more scored for Resurrection. The pitch. Fastball down the middle. Denise, it's a strike. Count is at 1-1 strike. Richardson lays down the sign. The pitch. Curveball is swung on and grounded to short. Bakerski's got it on the third hop, fires to first, and Peterson is out number 1 in the bottom of the first inning.
Now batting second baseman, number 12.
Here comes the freshman, Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. Against the right-hander, Cooksey. Stepping in with an open stance from the right side. Here's the wind and pitch, and the fastball is up and in. Maltos Garcia had base hits in both games. On Saturday, a 3-run victory over Estes Park and a 1-run victory against Sterling. The pitch, and the curveball is right there for a strike. Belt high, the count is level at 1-1 strike to the B-Diggers' second baseman. Richardson lays down the sign. And the 1-1 offering, and that curveball was extremely high, 2-1. Two 2-0 Resurrection Christian in the bottom of the first inning, 1 out, nobody on. And the freshman awaits the 2-1 pitch. Swung on in line towards left field, and that is a base hit beyond the leaping shortstop Bakerski, and for the third straight game, Maltos Garcia has a base hit. Here's Kyle Rosenbrock. Well, we know what he did in the first game on Saturday against Estes Park. 2 2-run homers. As he steps in. Here's the stretch. And the offering. In the dirt. Gets away from the catcher Richardson. Maltos Garcia to second to throw the slide. He's going to be in there. That'll be a wild pitch. Count is at 1 ball and no strikes. One ball, no strikes to Kyle Rosenbrock. The stretch. And the offering. Swung on and grounded to third, and that's a tough hop underneath the third baseman's glove. Maltos Garcia to third. Totally misplayed out there by the third baseman, Miller. Well, I hate to do it to Kyle, but I'm going to score that an error. He let that ball play him on the ground ball. B-Diggers with runners at the corners. Mitch Tormolin will now hit. Tormolin 3 for 9 on Saturday, including a 3-run homer to tie the game against Sterling. The stretch, the offering, swung on, tapped right in front of the plate. The pitcher will pick it up, look to second, throw to first. Advancing to second is Rosenbrock, but holding up at third was Maltos Garcia. There's 2 down.
Now batting number 23, Ryan Hirschfeld.
Ryan Hirschfeld will now dig in. Hirschfeld, of course, had a monster game against Sterling with 4 hits, including the RBI single that won the game. With 2 on, out of the windup is Cooksey. The pitch. Breaking ball is upstairs. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East at 1209 Main Street in Fort Morgan will professionally fit you into the car truck of your choice, serving all of Northeast Colorado. Ehrlich Toyota East 1-0. Popped up into shallow center field. Pronozic is underneath the baseball, makes the catch. The inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 men left. 1 complete in brush. Resurrection Christian 2, the Beat Diggers nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beat Diggers trail 2-0 heading into the top of the second inning. Cody Pronozic, who was at bat when Josh Miller was picked off, will be the hitter to begin the frame. With an open stance, the pitch lined into right field for a base hit. The 4th hit of the game for Resurrection Christian. That coming from Cody Pronozic.
Now batting right fielder, number 4, Aaron Gravitt.
Here's Aaron Gravitt, another right-handed hitter playing right field. Two-step lead. The stretch and offering. The runner swung on and lifted down the right field line, twisting into foul territory, and that will be foul. The runner held up just a bluff. No balls and 1 strike. Beat Diggers play tomorrow at 3:30 on 1010 as well as KSIR.com from Lions. Thursday at 4 o'clock against University right here in Brush. Then Friday on the road against Platte Valley at 3:30. The pitch, fastball inside. And the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the Beat Diggers on Saturday played nearly 5 hours of baseball amongst those 2 games. The stretch and the offering. Fastball, it clipped them right there on the left arm. So Gravitt hit by a pitch.
Left fielder, number 6, Caleb Robbins.
And Hirschfeld in another jam as Caleb Robbins, the left fielder, will step in from the right side. The first and second, nobody out, top 2. And the Cougars lead the Beat Diggers 2-0. Hirschfeld gets a sign. And the offering, squaring to bunt, lays it down the third baseline, foul. Counted no balls and 1 strike. Yeah, Resurrection Christian at 10-4 going into this game. The Beat Diggers at 8-5. Brush did begin the season at 0-3, so that 8-5 record looks better when you break it down like that. Let's see if the Cougar hitter will have another bunt sign there. The stretch. Throw back to second with Matos Garcia covering back in. Diving there is Pronozic. Still no balls and 1 strike to Caleb Robbins. Runners take their leads with nobody out in the second. And the pitch squaring to bunt very high. With a fastball, the count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 on, nobody out. Well, by the time Robbins gets the sign, now he's back in the box. He's almost over that line. Awaiting the 1-1. Here it is. Squaring a bunt. Lays it down the third baseline. Monday turns. He'll have to throw to first with a second baseman covering. And it's an out recorded at first. It should be. And there you go. Nice job by Matos Garcia not taking one in the face. And there's 1 down. Are they going to call him safe? Yeah, he's out. Yeah. He was called out initially. The sacrifice, though, is successful. That'll go 5-4.
Now batting, number 14, Jake Tomchek.
And Jake Tomchek, the DH, now at the plate hitting. Let's see. It's on the left or right side, and now they're checking Matos Garcia. Yeah, because he nearly took one there to the chops, but apparently it's okay. They were checking, I think, it's one of his ankles. So Tomchek will step in momentarily. left-handed hitter for Resurrection Christian. With a 2-0 Cougar lead in the second. And Hirschfeld out of the stretch with 2 runners in scoring position. Peterson lays down the side. The infield is playing in. The pitch way outside on a changeup. And playing in primarily on the corners. 1 ball and no strikes. Again, Peterson lays down the sign. The pitch. Changeup outside, 2-0. Hirschfeld's trying to be very careful with Tomchek. 2-0 with 2 on and 1 out. The pitch. Just a little bit outside. Good spot, barely missed. 3-0. Three balls, no strikes to Tomchek. The offering outside with a changeup. Clearly pitched around him to load the bases for Luke Mont, who walked and scored 1 inning ago. That was a big hitter for Hirschfeld to keep the Beat Diggers in the game. With the bases loaded for Resurrection Christian. Peterson lays down the sign and the pitch. Fastball a strike on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Pronozak at third. Gravitt at second. Tomchek at first, the offering. He took the changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. It was down and away. Cougars had 3 hits in the first inning, 1 so far here in the second. Hirschfeld out of the stretch. And the 1-1. Swung on and grounded on the left side. Rosenbrock to his right, goes to second for 1. And was the ball dropped? It was by Maltos Garcia. 2 runs are going to score. Yeah, from this vantage point, it looked like the throw was there. I got blocked off momentarily. So it will be an RBI in the fielder's choice, and an error on the Beat Diggers' second baseman. So 2-run score, and it's now 4-0. And runner sitting at, or did they call him out? No, they must have called him. All right. Jeez, he just dropped the ball after he got it. Swung on. That ball is grounded to third. Monday is going to throw to first for the out, and there the inning is over. All right. So the out was recorded at second. 2 runs for Resurrection Christian. I'll get my act together as we go to the bottom of the second inning. With the score, Resurrection Christian 4, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field. 1 ball, 1 strike on Tyler Monday. 4-0 Resurrection Christian. To clarify, it was a fielder's choice to the second to the last hitter, but then when Maltos Garcia had trouble with the baseball, swung on. That ball is line foul, 1-2. The second runner scored, so it's a fielder's choice and an error. And then the next hitter grounded out to the third baseman Monday. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Cougars, in that last inning, came up with their 4th hit. Monday, the first hitter at the bottom of the second inning. The pitch. Swung on. That ball is grounded right off the pitcher. Cooksey to his right. Bare hands. Picks it up. Fires to first in time. And Monday is the first out in the bottom of the second inning.
Now batting, right fielder, number 40, Oscar Soto.
1 down for the O-man, Oscar Soto. Yeah, the O's normally not even the O-man, just the big O. Oscar had that huge 2-run double against Sterling in the 10-9 victory in 10 innings on Saturday. The Beat Diggers have 1 hit so far. That was a single in the first inning by Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. This is righty against lefty. Here's the wind, the pitch to Soto. And the changeup is low. 1 ball and no strikes. B&B Appliance at 502 Ensign in Fort Morgan can help you save water, energy, and the environment without sacrificing quality and performance. Change for the better. B&B Appliance. Curveball, a strike. Belt high. The count is level at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. The base is empty. 4-0. Resurrection Christian in the bottom of the second inning and Brush. The pitch. Curveball grounded foul up the first base side. And the count is at 1-2. Friendly staff at High Plains Bank and Wiggins can assist you with a home loan, equity line of credit, commercial loan, or checking account. To receive hometown service in a higher plane, visit High Plains Bank today. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Richardson lays down the sign. The pitch. Curveball is up and away. And the count levels at 2-2. Soto digs in. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck out on a fastball away. 2 down.
Now batting center fielder, number 13.
Here's the center fielder, Nico Guzman. Guzman from the right side with an open stance. The wind by the right-hander, the pitch in the dirt. Yeah, Cooksey doesn't have the most fluid mechanics, but so far it's been effective. Looks like it comes short arm at you, but whatever the case is, as long as he's finding the strike zone. The 1-0 offering. Fastball is upstairs. Yeah, not much of a turn in his delivery. 2-0 with 2 down. The base is empty in the bottom of the second inning. Resurrection Christian with a 4-0 lead over the Bee Diggers. And the offering. Fastball, a little bit low and away. 3 balls and no strikes. With Grayson Simmons waiting to hit next. And Guzman awaits. Fastball is high, and he walks on 4 pitches. Sophomore at first, a sophomore coming to the plate. And Grayson Simmons. Simmons hitting from the left side. Lots of room in left center field. They're playing him to pull. The stretch and the offering. That's a strike. Just above belt level. It's 0-1. Simmons on Saturday was 0 for 6 in the 2 games. The pitch. Swung on and popped foul out of play off to the left. The count is at no balls and 2 strikes. To Grayson Simmons. Cooksey gets the sign. And the pitch runner going up and away. Throw to second on 1 hop to slide, the tag, and safe is Nico Guzman. He's got the stolen base. The tag was applied by Bakerski, but too late on the 1 hop throw by Richardson. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. With the Cougars up by 4 in the bottom of the second inning. And Cooksey delivers in the dirt, blocked nicely by Richardson. Yeah, Cooksey certainly doesn't rear back. Very compact. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The stretch and the offering. Swung on and lined on 1 hop to the second baseman to his left. The throw to first. And Grayson Simmons is retired by Luke Mont. Inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a man left in scoring position. 2 complete. Resurrection Christian 4, Brush nothing. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. I'm John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field in Brush in the 3rd inning. Resurrection Christian leads Brush 4-0. And the Cougars will send up the heart of the order. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Del Richardson, Josh Miller, and Jake Lohr against right-hander B.J. Hirschfeld. Richardson at 1 for 1, a base hit to left in his opening at bat. So Hirschfeld beginning his third inning of work. Wine and pitch, squaring to bunt. The fastball's upstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. To Del Richardson, the catcher, and the offering. Down and away. 2-0. The Cougars scored 2 in the first and 2 in the second. And the leadoff man has gotten on both innings. In fact, the first 2 hitters. And the pitch swung on line. That's a base hit into center field. Base hit number 5 for Resurrection Christian.
Now batting third baseman, number 1, Josh Miller.
Josh Miller has one of those 5 hits. In fact, it plated a run in the first inning. Richardson's got a pretty big lead out there, and he's a tall catcher. Throw back to first, back in diving is Richardson. Open stance for this hitter. Stretch. Miller squares the bunt. The runner goes. The pitch is inside. The throw to second. The slide and late. Huge jump for Richardson. Should be 1 ball and no strikes. It is. And now the Cougars are looking to extend a 4-0 lead with Josh Miller at the plate. And Jake Lohr on deck. Hirschfeld delivers. Popped foul. Peterson to the screen, but it's out of play. One ball, 1 strike, 1 on, nobody out. You don't have to travel out of town to receive the best and most advanced hearing health care. Platte Valley Hearing Center, 409 East Platte Avenue in Fort Morgan. The pitch swung on, lifted to center field. Guzman comes in, now has to go back. He leaps, and he cannot make the catch. Completely misjudged the ball. Around third is Richardson. He will score. We'll call it a straight-up double for Josh Miller. 5-0 in favor of Resurrection Christian.
Now batting first base.
He definitely came in
Lohr.
about 2 steps, then started back. I got to tell you, I don't know what it is about this field, but we've seen this from more than just Guzman. We've seen this, of course, from the visiting center fielders. And maybe, I don't know, maybe there are a bunch of young outfielders out there just misjudging it. The breaking ball's in there for a strike. There's the old rule, you start back. And that wasn't the case there. Jake Lohr is 0 for 1. He popped out. The stretch with a runner at second. The offering. Down and in. Count is at 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, because Guzman never settled under it. Had to leap for the ball. That's why we give it a straight-up double, but it might have been playable. Swing and a miss if it had been judged correctly. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But again, when you got a young team for the Beat Diggers, they will learn from those miscues. Miller off of second. Pitch to Lohr. Swung on, lifted into deep right center field. Soto is way back to his right, and he makes the running catch. Gets it back in. The runner retreats to second. There's 1 down.
Now batting center fielder.
1 down.
Cody
Pronozic, the Cougar center fielder. Now, that ball was hit a long way by Lohr, but it was twisting towards the right fielder, Soto, who did a nice job of tracking it down. The stretch and offering. Swag and a miss and a ball down and away. It's 0-1. No balls and one strike to Pernozuk. 5-0 Resurrection in the third inning in Brush. The stretch and the offering. A little bit low and away. Took something off of that to count as level at 1 ball, 1 strike. Follow us pitch by pitch at KSIRsports.com. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 in, 1 on the pitch. Swung on, tapped foul. Up the third base side, it's 1-2. To the center fielder, Cody Pernozuk. At second base is Josh Miller. He's driven in a couple of runs in this game. Hirschfeld gets a sign. And the pitch out, nothing doing. I rarely see a pitch out when a runner's at second. That's more than likely when they're at first. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stretched by Hirschfeld and the offering. Swung on and grounded left side. Rosenbrock to his right. He's going to throw on the run, and that's going to be in time. A great play by Rosenbrock. Miller advances to third. Pernozuk is retired. There's 2 down.
Right fielder, number 4, Aaron Gravatt.
2 down for Aaron Gravatt. Hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. The pitch down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. The Cougars have scored in every inning, and they lead 5-0. Peterson lays down the sign. 1-0. Fouled straight back. Count is level at 1-1. Your one-stop center for projects around your home, office, or yard. And they certainly carry appliances. Ackley Building Center, 1402 Mill Street in Brush. Miller leads off of third. Hirschfeld at the belt, the pitch in the dirt, blocked by Peterson with a changeup. Ball 2, strike 1. The Beat Diggers really haven't had a threat. Arnoldo Matos Garcia got the second, did not score. And the pitch swung on and lifted down the right field line. Soto to his left and cannot make the play, just off his glove. Runner going to second, scoring is Miller. It's a double, even though Soto could have had that one. He barely missed it. 6-0.
Number 6, Caleb Robbins.
Now the Beat Diggers are not on their A game defensively. 2 outfield plays that could have been made. It's a double for Gravatt, but again, very playable. The pitch to Robbins, up and in. Three hits in the inning. Resurrection has scored 2 runs in each of the first 3 innings. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch, up and in. 2-0. Resurrection has outscored 3 opponents coming in, as I mentioned earlier. 64-0, make it 70-0. Since it's 6-0 here. 2-0. Upstairs. 3 balls and no strikes. To Caleb Robbins. The offering, extremely high. It's a 4-pitch walk. It'll bring up Jake Tomchek, who walked. Here comes pitching coach John Hirschfeld Jr. to the mound. Look to the team at Valley View for rehab, short-term, or long-term care needs. 815 Fremont, or call them 867-8261 Valley View Villa. Yeah, the Beat Diggers certainly want to finish this game better than they've started it right now. In a heap of trouble, trailing 6-0, 2 on, 2 out, 2 in. And the number 9 hitter coming up.
Now batting, number 14, Jake Tomchek.
All right, so Tomchek about to settle into the box. Runners take their leads. Stretch and the pitch in the dirt, blocked by Peterson. One ball and no strikes. Gravatt at second, Robbins at first. The stretch and the offering. Up a strike with a changeup. Delayed call there. It's 1-1. On Jake Tomchek, the left-handed hitter. The offering. Up and away. Fastball 2-1. Yeah, Resurrection just picking up where they left off with the Beat Diggers the last time. 7 hits to 1, 6 runs to none. 2-1. The pitch. Swag and a miss. Belt high looked like he came with a heater. It's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Peterson gets the sign from the dugout. And the pitch up and away. And it is 3-2. Runners will be taking off on this pitch. Yeah, boy, just a somber environment here. The Beat Diggers down big in a non-league game. 3-2. Up and away. It's a walk again. And the bases are loaded
Now batting, second baseman
for Luke Mont, who has walked and hit into a fielder's choice, which did score a run. And the 2-run second. Here's the wind and pitch. Strike on the outside corner. With a fastball, it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Lohr. The pitch. That fastball's inside. One ball, 1 strike. Bases loaded, 2 down, 2 in. The offering. Fouled off Peterson. And the count is at 1-2. With the bases loaded here in the third. B.J. Hirschfeld delivers. Swung on and grounded up the middle. Rosenbrock to his left will throw to first. And in time to retire Jake Lohr. Was thinking about stepping on the bag, but did not have a play there. And made the smart play. However, Resurrection Christian does it again. They scored 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. And the bases were left loaded. Let's head to the bottom of the third. Resurrection Christian 6. Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. The Beat Diggers trail the Cougars 6-0 in the bottom of the third. Top of the order for the Beat Diggers, Alec Peterson, Arnoldo Maltos Garcia, and Kyle Rosenbrock. Peterson grounded out to the shortstop Bakerski in the first inning. The Beat Diggers have 1 hit in the game. Here's the wine and offering. Swung on, grounded, foul down the third base side. And it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Alec Peterson. Here's the wind and pitch upstairs with a changeup. The count levels at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the offering. And the curveball is right there on the inner half for a strike. It's 1-2. Stubbs Gas and Oil, I-76 and Highway 39 in Wiggins. Don't delay and get there to see why convenience is Stubbs' middle name. 1-2 pitch. Upstairs with a curveball. It's 2-2. B. Diggers had one hit against Jake Lohr on April 12th. One hit so far through 2 innings against Matt Cooksey, the right-hander. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Peterson. Low. Took something off of that. It's 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes to the B. Digger catcher, a sophomore. Wind and pitch. That is low with a changeup, and Peterson walks. Very close. Here's Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. He singled and stole second in the opening frame. 2-step lead for Peterson. The stretch. And the pitch. Swung on and popped up in the infield on the right side. The first baseman, Lohr, in foul territory, makes the catch. 1 out.
Now batting shortstop, number 5, Kyle Rosenbrock.
Kyle Rosenbrock in the game is 0 for 1, reached on the air by the third baseman, Miller. B. Digger still looking for their first run. Well, they rallied to beat Strasburg and Estes Park, and Sterling the pitch. Swung on and lifted into shallow center field. That could be trouble. Pernozic is coming on. He'll have to play that ball. In fact, the right fielder plays it on 2 hops. It's a base hit for Kyle Rosenbrock. As it was Gravatt, or Gravatt, I should say, getting the ball back in. B. Diggers have their second hit as Peterson advanced to second. Mitch Tormolen hit a dribbler to the mound in his first at-bat. And he will now step in. The stretch. And the offering. A changeup, a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Keeping community banking simple and committed to their community. Morgan Federal Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 on. 6-0 Resurrection Christian in the third. The pitch. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Richardson. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Richardson lays down the sign. The stretch. And the offering. In the dirt, skips away from Richardson towards the screen. Runners advance on the wild pitch. Ball 2, strike 1. Well, Tormolen was up there with first and third, 1 out. Could not get the runner in. Let's see if he can atone for that this time. 2-1, the pitch. Up and in with a fastball. 3-1 with Ryan Hirschfeld on deck. B. Diggers can come back right here. 3-1 to Tormolen. Wind and pitch. Swung on and grounded down the third baseline, and it's right through the legs of the third baseman, Josh Miller, into left field. And going to second is Tormolen, and then that ball is nearly thrown away, but fielded on a hop by the second baseman, Mont. B. Diggers now down 6-1. No RBI there for Tormolen because Peterson was holding up. Second error of the game committed by Miller. And the B. Diggers have runners at second and third as Tormolen smartly advanced on the throw. Ryan Hirschfeld popped to center in the first. Here's the wind and pitch. Curveball is up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Just past the top of the hour, this is 1010 KSRR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Greeley. I'm John Beltran from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. 6-1, Resurrection Christian the pitch. Fouled out of play, straight back. The count evens at 1-1 to Ryan Hirschfeld. At third is Rosenbrock. At second is Tormolen. Wine and pitch. Swung on, grounded to short. Rosenbrock will score. Bakerski throws to first in time. Holding up at second is Tormolen. And the Bee Diggers now trail by 4 at 6-2.
Now batting third baseman, number 27, Tyler Monday.
Tyler Monday will bat. He grounded out right back to the pitcher. It was actually off his glove, and then he picked it up and threw out the Bee Digger third baseman. The stretch, but Tormolen at second, the pitch. In the dirt with a changeup, it's 1-0. So the Bee Diggers relatively back in this game now. For the best prices and special offers on top quality car parts and accessories, visit Central Auto Parts, 1001 West Pine Avenue in Fort Morgan. The stretch, pitch to Monday, in the dirt again. Yeah, Cooksey has been all over the place. 48 pitches, 24 for strikes, 24 for balls, but he's up 6-2 in the third. Laying down the sign is Richardson. And the offering. Swung on, hit on the ground to the shortstop. Bakerski charges, sets, fires, inning over. The Bee Diggers scored 2 runs in the frame as they draw to within 4. For Brush, 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and a man left. 3 complete. Resurrection Christian 6, Brush 2 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the 4th inning in Brush, where the Bee Diggers trail Resurrection Christian by a score of 6-2. Ryan Hirschfeld's the new second baseman. Arnoldo Maltos Garcia will now pitch for the Bee Diggers. And it will be Brett Bakerski, Del Richardson, and Josh Miller, the heart of the order, 2, 3, and 4, coming up for Resurrection Christian. With the Cougars up 6-2. 2 runs in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Ryan Kauk says no, none in the 4th, 5th, 6th, or 7th. Bee Diggers can come right back here, as they did a year ago when they beat Resurrection Christian here 7-6.
Leading off for the Cougars in the top of the 4th inning.
So here we go with Bakerski, who is
Brett Bakerski.
1 for 2. He had a bunt down the third baseline, then he grounded out. So he's officially 1 for 2 in the game. Slight wind, which actually feels pretty good. As Bakerski will step in. Arnoldo Maltos Garcia out of the stretch with the bases empty. The pitch way outside with a heater. 1 ball, no strikes. Of course, Maltos Garcia on the mound was something we were used to in 2007, 2008, and 2009 with Arturo. Now, Arnoldo is doing it here against Resurrection Christian. Fastball, a little bit outside. Good location there. 2-0. So a freshman started, a freshman now in relief. Trying to keep the game at 6-2. The stretch. And the offering. That's way outside, 3-0. Committed to serving those in production ag, Premier Farm Credit is the gold standard in ag lending. 3-0 pitch. It bounces in a 4-pitch walk to Brett Bakerski to begin the 4th.
Now batting catcher, number 9, Del Richardson.
There's the catcher, Del Richardson, who has singled twice. He's driven in a run. Yeah, the heart of this order has been pretty darn good here for Resurrection Christian. Bakerski with a 2-step lead at first. The stretch. And the runner goes. No, a bluff, and the fastball is outside. One ball and no strikes to Del Richardson. And a two-step lead. And the offering way outside with a curveball. I'm not sure why Maltos Garcia is throwing a curveball after 5 consecutive balls. At this point, just throw a fastball in there and just to gain some confidence. A curveball is very, very difficult when you've thrown 5 balls in a row. Now he's down 2-0. Peterson setting up on the outside corner. Let's see what the freshman goes with. Runner goes. Swung on and lifted to center field. Guzman is back, still going back to his left. Ranges under it. And, it's off his glove. I thought he had it on the glove side. Couldn't make the catch. Runner around third, heading to the plate. No throw will be made. The ball is loose in the infield. And Resurrection Christian now leads 7-2. A triple for Trent Richardson. Another catchable ball.
Third baseman, number 1.
But as opposed to what I said, he wasn't completely underneath the baseball. And the troubles continue for Brush defensively, particularly in the outfield today. Again, that could be scored either way, but if the outfielder is still on the run, regardless of whether the ball hits his glove or not, usually a base hit, that's the way we'll score it here. Fastball, a strike. To Josh Miller, a single and a double, and that double was the one that was hit to Guzman last time, where he came in, then went back and nearly made the play. And the offering. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Well above the letters. It's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes with Richardson at third. And the pitch swung on, tapped foul up the third base side. Count remains at 0-2. A walk, a triple, and now here comes Josh Miller, but he's down in the count at 0-2. 8 hits for Resurrection, 2 for the Bee Diggers. One by Maltos Garcia, the other one by Rosenbrock. The Cougars have scored in every inning. And the pitch fouled off Peterson. Count remains at 0-2. To Josh Miller. The stretch and the step off with Richardson at third. Let's see the pitch he throws to Miller. Here it is. Swung on, foul down the right field side, out of play. Maltos Garcia went with a fastball. Count stays at 0-2. Hirschfeld goes 3 innings, 65 pitches, 33 balls, 32 strikes. Allows 5 earned runs, 7 hits, 4 walks, which killed him, no strikeouts. So here we go again. No balls and 2 strikes for the third consecutive time. And the pitch out, nothing doing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You don't have to close on your house alone. Northern Colorado Title at 130 West Kiowa and 4 Morgan will provide you with a stress-free closing. Northern Colorado Title. And the pitch swung on, line towards left center field. That's a base hit. Scoring is Richardson. Josh Miller is 3 for 3. And the Cougars lead 8-2.
Now batting first baseman number 12, Jake Lord.
0 for 2 is Jake Lohr. He's popped out twice. Once on a bunt for a double play. The other to Oscar Soto on a nice play in right center field. 2s in each of the first 4 innings. The pitch in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Yeah, when you have freshman pitchers out there like Hirschfeld and Maltos Garcia, you have to play defense, and the Bee Diggers have not played their top game defensively. Fastball runs inside. Yeah, Resurrection's thinking about making this a 5-inning game. There's a JV game coming up, 2-0. Peterson lays down the sign. And the 2-0 pitch, runner goes. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. No throw. 2-1 stolen base for Miller. And Resurrection Christian has outscored Brush this year 18-2 in a game and a half. Stretched by Matos Garcia. And the pitch. Bounces it in there. 3-1. Three balls, one strike, nobody out, one on. 2 in already. Cougars up by 6. And the pitch to Lohr. Change up is in the dirt. It's a walk. B-Digger pitchers have issued 6 walks in the game. Here comes John Hirschfeld Jr. Just to settle down the freshman right-hander. Arnoldo Matos Garcia. Well, the B-Diggers down 8-2 in the 4th inning. Yeah, this has the makings of a 5-inning game if the B-Diggers can hold down this team. Matt Cooksey has not been consistent on the hill. He's certainly done enough holding the B-Diggers to 2 runs on 2 hits over 3 innings. So here's Cody Pernozak. A single and a ground out.
Number 8, Cody Pernozak.
First and second with nobody out in the 4th inning. Yeah, this is a methodical moving game. Couple of visits to the hill. Long half innings. We haven't had a huge inning yet. B-Diggers don't want that unless it's on their side. Pernozak awaits. Bounces it in to Peterson. 1 ball, no strikes. 20 pitches thrown by Arnoldo so far. 12 balls, 8 strikes. He would love a double play right here to get him out of some trouble. Looks in for the sign with the runners taking their leads. The stretch. And the throw back to second. Ryan Hirschfeld now going to throw to third. He does the tag, and no, the ball's dropped. That's going to go as a stolen base. Monday nearly had the tag. As taking off was Miller for third. And on the back end, stealing second base for Resurrection Christian was Jake Lohr. Matos Garcia with a nice move to second, but Hirschfeld had to pump and wait a second until Monday got closer to the bag. And the ball arrived at the same time as the runner, and he couldn't handle it. So it goes as a couple of stolen bases, and again, fielding miscues by the B-Diggers. They have not come to play today. The stretch. And the offering. Fastball a strike on the inner half. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cody Pernozak. As the sun has disappeared from Sunset Baseball Field. And was he squaring a bunt? No, and now step off. At third is Miller. At second is Lohr. Nobody out. 2 in for the Cougars in the top of the 4th inning. Peterson lays down the sign. And the pitch. Down and away. Took something off it. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, let's see if they can retire Pernozak. Arnoldo needs this badly right now. 2-1 pitch. Fastball rides inside. 3-1. On deck is Aaron Gravatt. A base is open with 3 balls and 1 strike. Stretched by Arnoldo. The pitch squaring to bunt, and the ball's in the dirt, and scoring on the suicide squeeze, even though the ball was missed, is Josh Miller. Advancing to third is Jake Lohr. Yeah, that should be a strike. That should be a strike. He definitely tried to bunt. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that they wouldn't call that a strike. As headed to first right now is Pernozak. There's no question that he waved at that pitch. It should be strike 2. Either way, the run's going to score, but they have to call that a strike. I mean, it was clear Yeah. So it's 3-2. He's got to be back in the box. Good call. Cody Roth conferring with the field umpire. There was no question about that. So, yeah, that does go as a stolen base because both runners were taking off. 3-2 to Cody Pernozuk. 3 in the inning for Resurrection Christian. The center fielders test back in. Maltos Garcia gets the sign. And the pitch. He short-armed it in the dirt. 7th walk issued by B. Digger pitching. And the 3rd here in this inning by the freshman Maltos Garcia. 1st and 3rd for Aaron Gravatt, who's been hit by a pitch and
Right fielder, number 4, Aaron Gravatt.
Hit a fly ball down the right field line that was nearly caught by Soto. Went for a double. And if the Bee Diggers cannot prevent further damage, you got to wonder if this game's going to even go past 5 innings. The stretch by Maltos Garcia. Runner goes. Fouled back. On the heater down the middle, it's 0-1. 7 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for Resurrection. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Brush. But I can tell you that a couple others could have been scored errors. Very questionable. So a lot more miscues than just one for the Bee Diggers. Runners take their lead to the corners. Step off. You know, now they've eliminated that in the major leagues where you cannot fake the third throw to first. That would be a balk in the majors. Here, it's no big deal. Gravatt back in. This is the 6th hitter of the inning, still with nobody out. The stretch and the offering. Up and in with a fastball. Count is at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, the game here almost becomes an afterthought. This is one of these where you just want to get out of the inning. See if somehow you can generate a comeback. Stretched by Maltos Garcia. And the offering, the pitch out, nothing doing. Ball 2, strike 1. Yeah, if this game goes 7, we're going to go close to 2.5 hours. So either the Bee Diggers have got to stop things right now, or Resurrection might put them away. They're already up by 7. The offering, fastball is high. And you hate to say it, but if he walks this hitter, they might replace the freshman on the hill because that would be the 4th walk of the inning. 3 balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. 1st and 3rd. Now we'll have a courtesy runner at first for Resurrection Christian. And that's Nathan Wiggins. That'll be running over there. Now, we've had a long half inning here. It feels like the Bee Diggers have been on the field for a good 15 minutes at least in this half inning. And we're still looking for the first out. 3 across, 2 on. 3 balls and 1 strike to Aaron Gravatt, the 7th place hitter in the lineup. Runner goes. Swung on, lined, caught by Rosenbrock. It'll be an easy double play. He tags the runner out who was going. And there's 2 down. Second double play. Turned by the Bee Diggers.
Now batting left fielder, number 6.
And Arnoldo Maltos Garcia needed that in the worst way. I mean, that's good for him. Very good for him. 2 down for Caleb Robbins. A sac bunt and a walk. No official at-bats yet. The pitch. Fastball. A strike on the outside corner. Well, you can reclaim momentum just like that. 0-1 to Robbins with a runner at 3rd. Now 2 down. And the offering. Swung on. Grounded left side. Rosenbrock to his right. Gloves. Throws on the run on 1 hop. Tormolen digs it out nicely. No! Safe! Oh! almost safe at first base. It was dug out. Very close play. I thought I had him. A run scores as crossing home plate for Resurrection Christian was Jake Lohr. The Cougars with 4 across. It's now 10-2 on the infield hit by Caleb Robbins.
Now batting number 14, Jake Tomczyk.
Jake Tomczyk now the hitter. He's walked twice. Wow. Yeah, I thought they had him at first, but the call was safe. Matos Garcia gets the sign. And the pitch. Fastball, a strike, belt high. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. 2 down, 1 on, 4 in. The stretch. And the offering. Took something off at strike 2 on the outside corner. 0-2 to Tomczyk. Peterson lays down the sign. And the 0-2 up and away with a changeup. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, this is the 3rd time that Resurrection's batting around here in 4 innings. 1-2. Swing and a miss and a fastball up in the zone. And the inning is finally over, at least that half inning. Resurrection scores 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. 3.5 complete. Resurrection Christian 10, Brush 2 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Time for the Bee Diggers to generate a comeback, trailing 10-2 in the bottom of the 4th inning against Resurrection Christian here from Sunset Baseball Field. Bottom of the order for the Bee Diggers, Oscar Soto, Nico Guzman, and Grayson Simmons. Soto struck out against his right-hander, Matt Cooksey. Now steps in. And Soto steps out. All right, well, leather jackets, T-shirts, and more. Bijou T-Quest at 302 Main Street in Fort Morgan. For all of your sports apparel, Bijou T-Quest. The pitch, swing and a miss. Well out in front there, it's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Soto. And the offering. Curveball is up and away. 1-1 to the right fielder. The pitch swung on and lifted into deep left field, going way back towards the track, getting under it, leaping and making the catch is Caleb Robbins for the first out of the bottom of the 4th inning. He got spun around, but Robbins had room, and there's 1 out.
Now batting center fielder, number 13, Nico Guzman.
Nico Guzman walked. Check that. Zane Fowl is now going to hit. So a courtesy hitter for the Bee Diggers, and Fowl in the bottom of this 4th inning, trailing 10-2. The Bee Diggers have 2 hits in a game, Resurrection with 10, although a couple of those are pretty questionable. But again, misjudging plays, regardless of who the player is not a physical error unless after you've misjudged it, you were really in easy prime position to make the play. If you're still battling for the baseball, running after it, trying to make a tough throw, it might have been precipitated by a mental error, but it does not count as a physical error. We've seen that on multiple occasions here. Here's the wind and pitch. Bounces in to Zane Fowl, a sophomore. 1 ball and no strikes. Very good base runner is Fowl. And the offering. He's going to prove his hitting prowess here, 2-0. Northeast Colorado's locally owned hometown savings and loan in Fort Morgan and Brush is Equitable Savings and Loan. 2-0 pitch. Swung on, fisted on the ground, back to the pitcher. Cooksey fires to first, 2 down. Two down here in the fourth for Grayson Simmons, who grounded to second in his first plate appearance. Like I said, Cooksey has not really commanded anything, but he's doing the job. 28 strikes, 27 balls. That ratio is, in fact, not very good at all, but he's got an 8-run lead with the bases empty in the bottom of the fourth inning. Wind and pitch. Down and away. Took something off of that. It's 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes to Grayson Simmons. The pitch swung on and lifted into left center field. Pernozuk, the center fielder, is there to make the catch. That might be Robbins who switched positions. It is Robbins. 1-2-3 inning for the right-hander Matt Cooksey. Let's head to the fifth in Brush. Resurrection Christian 10, Brush 2 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the fifth inning. Zane Fow is the new pitcher for Brush, the third pitcher of the game for the Bee Diggers. Arnoldo Matos Garcia, who began the game at second, went to the mound, is now in center field. Resurrection Christian leads 10-2. And the Bee Diggers got to hold down this team. If not, they're going to lose this game via mercy rule. It'll be the top of the order, Luke Mont, Brett Bakerski, and Del Richardson against the right-hander Fow. It'll still be a fairly lengthy game as we're closing in on an hour and a half through only 4 innings. But again, this is the right move, quite frankly, by the coaches. You don't throw your experienced pitchers in a non-league game. They've got to save all the good pitching, or I should say the experienced pitching. I don't want to discredit what these 3 guys have done because they are learning on the job. In fact, I mean, you combine Hirschfeld, Maltos Garcia, and Fow, that combines into 1 senior because you have 2 freshmen and a sophomore if you look at years of experience. So you use the young pitchers in the non-league game, then save Rosenbrock, Ryan Hirschfeld, Monday, and Alec Peterson for the league games, because the Bee Diggers have a prime opportunity to finish in second place in the Patriot League. The fifth inning is underway with Luke Monto for 2. A walk, a fielder's choice, and a ground out, and that pitch is up and in by Zane Fow, the right-hander. 1 ball and no strikes. Wind and pitch. Swung on and popped up extremely high into right center field. The center fielder Matos gives way to the right fielder Soto, who makes the catch. 1 out. One down in the fifth inning for Brett Bakerski. 1 for 2. A bunt single, grounded to third and walked. One for 2 in the game. Laying down the sign is Peterson. Pitched by Zane Fow. Swung on. That is drilled to left field. Coming on is Simmons. He'll have to play it on a hop, but he misplayed it, and the ball's going to go by him to the fence. Over to second base and staying right there. Now the throw to back to second will not be made. Is Brett Bakerski. It'll be a single and an error, as Simmons misplayed the ball in left field. The Bee Diggers have picked up their second error unofficially in this game. And even bigger trouble here for Del Richardson. Richardson with 2 singles and a triple in the game. He's driven in 2. And Resurrection has scored in every inning. In fact, multiple runs every inning. The pitch. Fastball is very high and inside. 1 ball and no strikes. If the Bee Diggers can hold Resurrection to a run or less, they would be guaranteed of going to a 6th inning, regardless of what they do in the 5th. If Resurrection scores 2 or more, the Bee Diggers have got to score something. Took something off it. It's upstairs. 2-0. Del Richardson has over a quarter of Resurrection Christian's base hits today. 1 on, 1 out, 2-0. Stretch by foul. Runner goes to third, a huge jump. The pitch is high, no throw. Yeah, Bakerski took off even before foul delivered to the plate. So 3 balls and no strikes. Serving you the best coffees, lattes, and smoothies. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies, 921 Edison Street in Brush. Open 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. to better serve you and ready to make your favorite specialty drink or offer a sweet treat. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies. Upstairs with a changeup, it's a 4-pitch walk. Yeah, that's been part of the issue. That I believe that's 8 walks by B. Digger pitching today. And here is Josh Miller. Miller has also been a thorn in Brush's side as well. Runners at the corners with 1 out. And, yeah, that was walk number, let's see, they'll recalculate this in a second. That was number 8. The pitch, runner going. It's taken for a strike. Throw to second is headed towards right center field. Peterson threw it to about 25 feet off line. And on the air, scoring from third is Bakerski. Richardson to third. It's now 11-2. Miller, by the way, a single, double, and a single. So the Bay Diggers have committed 2 errors in this inning. And now Resurrection can go up by 10 runs. Stretch and pitch. Swung on line. Caught by Monday at third. Back to third is Richardson. 2 down. Monday steals a runaway. Jake Lohr has popped out twice and walked. He's 0 for 2. Yeah, they've got to prevent this runner from scoring, Richardson, because that would give him a 10-run lead. The pitch. Breaking ball is a beauty on the inner half for a strike. 0-1 to Jake Lohr. 1 in, 1 on, 2 down in the top of the 5th inning. Resurrection Christian 11, Brush 2. Peterson lays down the sign. And the pitch. Curveball is fisted in the air and caught by the second baseman, Ryan Hirschfeld, on the soft liner. And the inning is over, so the Bee Diggers and Zane Fowl did their job. Only 1 run in the frame, 1 hit, 2 Bee Digger errors, though, and 1 left. 4.5 complete. Resurrection Christian 11, Brush 2 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the bottom of the 5th inning. The Bee Diggers trail the Resurrection Christian Cougars 11-2. Alec Peterson will be the first batter for Brush. Grounded out and walked. He's 0 for 1. The Bee Diggers have 3 innings perhaps to put a dent into this 9-run deficit. The pitch in the dirt by Matt Cooksey. 29 strikes, 29 balls, but a 9-run advantage. 1-0. And the offering fouled straight back with a fastball. 1-1. Don't let finances stand in your way of pursuing your college education. Visit MCC online at morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session that will get you on the right track and find out what options are available to help you. No matter what age you are at MCC, you can imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goal. Foul to the right on the curveball. Ball 1, strike 2 to Alec Peterson in the bottom of the 5th inning. We will not have weather like this tomorrow or Wednesday. It'll be cooler tomorrow. Some rain or snow perhaps on Wednesday, but very high chance for that. Curveball fouled off the catcher Richardson. Count stays at 1-2. To Alec Peterson. Thursday, the weather looks nice. I mean, the Bee Diggers should be able to play the 4 games are scheduled this week unless Wednesday is so bad that they have to postpone Thursday's game. Fastball is upstairs. Yeah, if Thursday's game is postponed, it's because of what happens on Wednesday, weather-wise. Hopefully it won't be that bad. I mean, this field looks gorgeous right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on and fisted in the air towards right center field. Second baseman Mont goes out, makes the catch about 5 steps into the grass. 1 out. Here comes Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. A base hit in the first, and he popped out in his second at bat. He's 1 for 2. And he's played 3 different positions today as well. There's the wind and pitch. Fastball inside to the freshman. Yeah, I like emphasizing that he's a freshman because it tells you how good he is if he's playing varsity baseball and starting at that age. 1-0. Curveball is upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes to Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. I promised Veronica that I would say Arnoldo, not Arturo. I made that mistake apparently a couple of times, and I didn't catch it the last game. 3-0. Shame on me. I mean, brothers have to feel special. Well, my dad's called me Javier a couple of times recently. I thought that would stop after I turned 40, and that pitch is inside on the changeup. And I turned 40 a while back, so not any time in the last few years. So it's a walk to Maltos Garcia. Here's Kyle Rosenbrock, who reached on an air and singled. Officially at 1 for 2. Now the heart of the order. The Beet Diggers can generate a rally. This could be an 11-5 or an 11-6 game. The stretch, the pitch. Breaking ball is in the dirt. Yeah, the problem is that they could take Cooksey off the mound and bring in Jake Lohr. And that could be good night because he decimated Brush with that one hitter in Loveland 17 days ago. Way outside of the changeup. 2 balls, no strikes. 1 out, 1 on. The Cougars up by 9. But the Beet Diggers want to put a little damage here on this Resurrection Christian team in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cooksey stretches the pitch. Swung on and grounded foul down the third base line. 2-1 to the sophomore shortstop. Lots of underclassmen starting. Just not juniors. We're talking Rosenbrock's a sophomore, Simmons a sophomore, Guzman a sophomore. Maltos Garcia, freshman. Hirschfeld a junior. Up and away, throw back to first and a hop, and the ball off the glove of the first baseman Lohr, but doesn't skip away. Too far, 3-1. Peterson, of course, also a sophomore. 3 balls, 1 strike. The stretch and the offering. Inside with a changeup. It's a walk. And let's see if we have a visit to the hill. And indeed, we will. Beet Diggers have 2 on, 1 out coming up tonight on 10-10, 7:30. Rockies on deck. First pitch at 8:10. Rockies and Dodgers from Los Angeles in the first of a 3-game set. And we'll have a pitching change with the score. Resurrection Christian 11, Brush 2. It's a 2-minute break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.
For the Cougars, number 15, Colt Webb.
Colton Webb, the right-hander, the new pitcher for Resurrection Christian. 0 for 2 as Mitch Tormolen grounded out and reached on an air. 1 out. In the bottom of the 5th inning, the Beet Diggers trail 11-2. Arnoldo Maltos Garcia at second. Kyle Rosenbrock is at first base. Yeah, Webb looks like he's a very young right-hander. Well, let's see what he's got. Matt Cooksey did his job. 4 1/3 innings, and those runners are his responsibility. The pitch, down and away with a changeup. 1 ball and no strikes to Mitch Tormolen. Hit a 3-run homer on Saturday against Sterling. Big hit. Swing and a miss on a slow curve. Pulled the string. Evens the count at 1-1. Runners take their leads with one out in the fifth. The stretch and the delivery. Swung on, driven down the left field line, but that is drifting foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tormollen got just about all of it, but out in front on the Webb curveball. 1-2. Senior back in the box. The Bee Diggers in this inning don't have a hit. The pitch. Curveball is laced down the line. That's going to be trouble, headed all the way towards the fence. Maltos Garcia will round third. He will score. Rosenbrock to third. Tormollen into second with a 1-out RBI double. The Bee Diggers are now down 11-3.
Now batting number 23.
You can't throw that cheese to Tormollen. He just waited for that pitch. Ryan Hirschfeld has popped up and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. Colton Webb will stretch with 2 runners in scoring position, and the changeup is low. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they bring in Jake Lohr for the final inning or so to nail this down. Stretch and offering, and the curveball is a strike on the inside corner. Count is at 1-1. 11-3 is the score. The Bee Diggers trailing here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The stretch and the offering. Swung on and popped up into right field. Should be a routine play for Gravatt to his left. Settles under it, makes the catch. Rosenbrock tags. He will score. Tormollen to third on the sac fly by Ryan Hirschfeld. It's now 11-4, Resurrection Christian.
Now batting third baseman number 27, Tyler Monday.
Tyler Monday is grounded out twice. So the senior third baseman is 0 for 2. Now with the bases empty. Or check that with Tormollen at third, the pitch. Curveball swing and a miss. Wow. Monday swung at that pitch on Sunday because he was way out in front. Well, today is his day. Let's see if he can nail one here. Again, he did the same thing on a slow curve way out in front. It's 0-2. Got to sit back like Tormollen did. Monday has been a hitter of adjustments. Seen him many times look bad, then the next time hit the ball the way he should. 0-2. Colton Webb delivers. Slow curve fouled off the end of the bat. Waited just a little bit longer. Now if he can wait a smidgen longer, he can get the Bee Diggers a third run in this frame. 2 in the third, 2 in the fifth for Brush. The problem is Resurrection has scored 2 in the first, second, third, 4 in the fourth, and 1 in the fifth. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 in, 1 on. Webb has thrown nothing but breaking balls to Tyler Monday. The pitch, that's in the dirt. Looked like a short-arm changeup, 1-2. Again, you can follow us pitch by pitch on this game or any game that I'm doing, KSIRsports.com. Richardson lays down the sign. And the 1-2. Curveball is fouled back. Again, he's made the adjustment. Got to wait that much longer against this right-hander. Just lobbing those in there. But they are curves. They don't not that easy to hit. 1-2 pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. Ball in the dirt. Richardson turns around, picks it up, fires to first. Inning over. As Monday strikes out. The Bee Diggers score a couple of runs. They get a base hit. We head to the 6th inning. Resurrection Christian 11, Brush 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. We head to the 6th inning. The Bee Diggers Trail Resurrection Christian 11-4. Zane Fowl, who did a nice job in the 5th inning, beginning his 2nd inning of work. 6, 7, and 8 hitters: Cody Pernozuk, Aaron Gravat, and Caleb Robbins. And in fact, we're not going to see all those hitters. Looks like they might clear the bench a little bit here. Yeah, it looks like the first hitter is going to be Nathan Wiggins. So Wiggins will hit for Resurrection to begin the 6th inning.
Leading off for the Cougars in the top of the 6th inning, number 20, Nate Wiggins.
The Beet Diggers are looking to mow down Resurrection for the first time in the game, hold them scoreless for an inning. 2-0 after 1, 4-0 after 2, 6-0 after 2.5, 10-2 after 3.5, and 11-2 after 4.5. Now sitting at 11-4. Brush's local Napa and Hardware Hanks and Small Engine Repair Shop is Hometown Auto and Hardware, 1305 Edison Street in Brush. Wine and pitch. The breaking ball is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Yeah, we might go off for a very short time on KSIR.com, then we'll get you back on. The pitch. Fastball rides inside. And normally we go off at about 6 o'clock to carry national programming, but of course we'll still be here with this game live. Between Brush and Resurrection Christian, 2 balls and no strikes. To Nathan Wiggins, the pitch. Down and in with a changeup, it's 3-0. And this is part of the issue today with the young pitchers that the Beet Diggers have thrown today. And that has been an inordinate number of walks. 3 balls and no strikes. And the offering upstairs. Wiggins walks. And for Beet Digger pitchers, that is the 9th walk they have issued in the game, which is essentially equivalent to an entire lineup. Here's Aaron Gravat. Hit by a pitch, doubled, and then line drive double play. 1 for 2 in the game. Foul stretches. Foul throws back. Back in diving is Wiggins. We'll be with you at 3:30 tomorrow from Lions for the Beet Diggers and Lions. Another Patriot League game. The Beet Diggers are 4-1 in league play. Huge lead. The pitch. Fastball inside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. As we have just about hit the top of the hour, this is 1010 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, Greeley. I'm John Beltran. 11-4 is the score. The pitch. Swung on and chopped over the middle. The second baseman, Hirschfeld, cannot tag the runner going by, and then he's tagged out. Rosenbrock is tags out the runner as the ball was on the ground. Rather odd play, as maybe Nathan Wiggins felt the tag, but when Hirschfeld could not hold on to the baseball, he overran the bag and Rosenbrock applied the tag. Well, as odd as it is, that fielder's choice is going to go 4-6 as the runner's tagged out. 1 down. Yeah, you rarely see that play. But apparently Wiggins was unaware that the ball was dropped by Hirschfeld. Yeah, we have another pinch hitter in the game. Here's Zach Samples hitting for the first time from the right side. And I don't know what the delay. Well, the delay is making sure Samples is officially on the scorecard. Yeah, some things are still done by paper, which I guess is a good idea. Could slow down the process a bit, but nonetheless, it's got to be official. The stretch. Zane Fowl delivers. Curveball is upstairs. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, 1 on. Resurrection Christian leads 11-4 in the top of the 6th inning. On a gorgeous Monday at Sunset Baseball Field here in Brush. Throw back to first. He was leaning, the tag applied, and safe! Oh, back in there. The throw was high by foul, and Gravatt got back in there. Yeah, that throw was low. Or even just at Tormolen's waist level, Gravatt would have been out. But because the throw was high, it allowed Gravatt to dive back in safely. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, 1 on. The stretch. And the pitch in the dirt goes all the way to the screen. Ricochets back to Peterson. The wild pitch will send Gravatt to second. 2 balls and no strikes. And the Beet Diggers have been out on the field a long time this game, as indicated by the 11-4 margin. 2-0 to Samples. And the pitch. Up and in with a fastball, 3-0. Accidents or illness can strike at any time, day or night. When they do, every second counts. As a Level 3 trauma center, Colorado Plains Medical Center can handle any kind of emergency. Colorado Plains Medical Center bringing quality care to the community. Samples awaits the 3-0 pitch. Here it is. Swung on and popped up in a shallow left center field. To his right is Maltos Garcia. Makes the catch. 2 down. Retreating to second is Aaron Gravatt. Well, they came to swing. Samples swung at a 3-0.
Number 14, Jake Tomchek.
I respect him for that. You have a 7-run lead. Might as well swing away. Jake Tomchek has walked twice and struck out once. He's 0 for 1. Beet Diggers are 1 out away from holding Resurrection Christian scoreless for the first time in the game. And the pitch by foul. Outside with a fastball, it's 1-0. And even more importantly, whether they win this game or not, at least take this team to the 7th inning. Because they got beat soundly in Loveland 10-0, albeit Jake Lohr was pitching, one of the top pitchers in 2A. The pitch. Swag and a miss. Threw it right by him. The count is level at 1-1. Brush faces a 7-run deficit with 6 outs to go. Peterson lays down the sign. The pitch. Swing and a miss again. Same location, same result. Ball 1, strike 2 to Jake Tomchek. With Aaron Gravatt at second. 2 down in the 6th inning. Peterson gives foul the sign. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He blew him away with a fastball. And the inning is over. For the first time in the game, Resurrection Christian is held scoreless. No errors. And 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning with a score. Resurrection Christian 11, Brush 4. This is Brush Beet Digger Baseball on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the bottom of the 6th inning, and the Beet Diggers trail Resurrection Christian 11-4. It'll be the bottom of the order against the right-hander Colton Webb, Oscar Soto, Zane Fowl, and Grayson Simmons. Soto sitting at 0 for 2. He struck out swinging and popped out. Here's the wind and the pitch, and that curveball is up and away. 1 ball and no strikes to Soto. If Brush can put together 2 or 3 runs here, it's a ball game going into the 7th. Curveball, boy, he waved at a pitch in the dirt and didn't take a full swing, but still got 2 strikes to play with. 1-1 to the right fielder. Wine and offering. Curveball's in the dirt. Read that one nicely off the right hand from Colton Webb. 2-1 to Oscar Soto. Yeah, Beet Diggers just want a chance here. But this inning is where they've got to do it to get back in the game. The pitch and the changeup is low. 3-1, 3-0 on the board, but it's 3-1 to Oscar Soto. Wind by Webb, the pitch, And that's in the dirt with a slow curve. Soto walks. And here is Zane Fowl, who grounded out to the mound and is only at bat so far. He's done a nice job of the mound, allowing one run, that is, over the last 2 innings. Soto with a short lead. And the pitch. Swung on, tapped foul towards the Digger dugout. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. To the right-handed hitting Zane Fowl. Fowl settling back into the box. Soto with a very short lead over there. The pitch. Swung on and fouled on the ball that was bending towards the dirt. It's 0-2. And don't be surprised if Webb tries to throw this one in the dirt and get foul chasing. No balls, 2 strikes to the B-Digger pitcher. Richardson lays down the sign. And the pitch. Down and away with a changeup. 1-2. We've hit the 2-hour mark here from Sunset Baseball Field. And the offering. Curveball is lifted into shallow center field. Easy play there for Prnozik. Makes the catch. 1 down. And check that. That's Prnozik, I think, was taken out.
Number 4, Grayson Simmons.
Yeah, that is Zach Samples over there who made that catch. Either way, it's out number 1 regardless of who made the play. There's Grayson Simmons, a ground out and a pop out. He's 0 for 2. The stretch by Colton Webb. The pitch. Change up low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. 1 out, 1 on. Resurrection Christian leads Brush 11-4. Stretch in the offering. Swing and a miss way out in front of the changeup. 1-1. Soto walked on 5 pitches. Simmons awaits the offering. Low with another changeup, 2-1. Yeah, I got a big night ready for me. We got Dancing with the Stars in about 51 minutes. That either shows that I have some artistry or that I'm pathetic. 2-1 pitch. Low and away. 3-1. Of course, there's always an athlete or two on Dancing with the Stars. Trying to figure out who that is this season. 3 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Low with a changeup, and Simmons walks. First and second for Alec Peterson.
Catcher, number 8, Alec Peterson.
Grounded to short. Walked and popped out into right center. 0 for 2 is the sophomore catcher. Well, if he reaches, there could be a pitching change because Resurrection knows it's a non-league game for them as well, but you don't want to blow what was a 9-run advantage at one point. Now down to 7, the stretch. Pitch by Webb. Swung on and fouled to the screen on the changeup. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. Yeah, 2 of the last 3 games I've done. 2 hours and 57 minutes, and then the last game for Brush, 2 hours, 48 minutes. We could get there. The Beat Diggers generate a nice rally. At least well over 2.5. 0-1 pitch. Slow curve is lined toward center field. That's a base hit. Soto is going to step on third. He'll stay right there. And the bases are loaded for Arnoldo Maltos Garcia.
Number 12, Arnoldo Maltos.
And Maltos Garcia has been very efficient today. Arnoldo with a single and a walk. He did pop out. He's 1 for 2. Yeah, he's got to watch out swinging early in the count because that's the only time he popped out. He swung at the first pitch, which he normally doesn't do unless it's really good. And that pitch he swung at in the second at bat was down and in. And he takes a fastball for a strike, and now he's not happy with himself because he knows he could have killed that ball. I don't think he expected the thing to be that good. No balls, one strike out of the windup. And the offering. Swung on, fouled off to the right. 0-2 to the Bead Diggers freshman, with a sophomore on deck. Now he's got to dig in. At third is Soto. At second is Simmons. At first is Peterson. 11-4 Resurrection Christian with one out in the sixth inning. Colton Webb, the right-hander, with the 0-2, and that is outside. Boy, that was close. But that is a disciplined eye by Arnoldo Matos Garcia, 1-2. I mean, that missed by a smidgen. But Cody Roth behind the plate has been extremely consistent. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air down the right field line into foul territory. Jake Lohr makes the catch as the first baseman had to run out a few steps. That was the same swing that Matos Garcia was retired on in his second at-bat. Bases remain loaded with two down for Kyle Rosenbrock. Reached on an error, singled and walked. And he loves that slow curve and that changeup. He could easily make this an 11-8 game. Easily. Hit 2 home runs on Saturday, one last Thursday, the pitch. And the curveball is upstairs. 1-0. Out of the windup with the bases loaded. Bead Diggers looking for a run at least in this inning. How about 4-on-1 swing, the pitch. And that fastball's a strike on the outside corner at the knees. Yeah, that's not what Rosenbrock wanted. He could only go the other way with that pitch. 1-1. Soto at third, Simmons at second, Peterson at first. Colton Webb, the right-hander, with a pitch in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Richardson, 2-1. Yeah, Resurrection Christian won't let this game slip away without throwing one of their better pitchers if Rosenbrock gets a base hit here. 2-1. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. It's 2-2. Just a little bit too early on that swing. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Stretch and pitch. Swung on and line down the right field line, and that is foul. He went the right way. That would have been at least 2 runs. But he waited on that pitch nicely. Count remains at 2-2 to Kyle Rosenbrock. Yeah, this is it. Either Rosenbrock gets on and the Bead Diggers are back in the game somewhat, or the Cougars take a 7-run lead going into the 7th. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Line and pitch. Swung on, foul towards the Digger dugout on the ground on the third base side. Remains at 2-2, and I think on the backswing, Richardson might have taken one on the side. So it stays at 2-2. Now Richardson recomposing himself there. It was a big swing taken by Rosenbrock because he was jammed. So when you're jammed, you got to take even a stronger swing. It's like a defensive one. So here we go again. The 2s are wild. In the bottom of the 6th inning. Wind and pitch. Swung on, grounded left side, headed for left field. That's a base hit. Soto scores. Rounding third is Simmons. The throw towards the plate is going to be late. And now the throw to third. Peterson slides in safely. It's a 2-run single with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Bead Diggers now trail 11-6, but Peterson has been called out at third base. I'm not sure how he was called out. There's no way. But the runs do count. I didn't see where Peterson was called out. But the Bead Diggers scored 2 runs on that base hit, and Mark Muniz is hot, and I don't blame him. I have no idea how that call was made. From that vantage point, it looked like Peterson was in there safely at third. We go to the 7th. It's Resurrection Christian 11, Brush 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Well, too bad for the Bead Diggers. Looks like they got victimized, quite frankly, by a horrendous call. I mean, from here, it certainly didn't appear that Peterson was out at third. He looked safe from this vantage point, but he was called out. The Bay Diggers scored 2 runs on 2 hits and left a man on. It's now 11-6, but you could have had Tormolen up there with runners at first and third and 2 down, and maybe he could have delivered. Nonetheless, Resurrection with a 5-run lead. The Bay Diggers have scored the last 4 runs of the game. I wonder how that call's made, quite frankly, and I thought that was the home plate umpire's call, Cody Roth. I thought he had a better angle, but somehow it was made by the field umpire. Either way, the game continues as we head to the top of the 7th inning. It'll be the 1, 2, 3 hitters. Luke Montz, Brett Bakerski, and Del Richardson against Zane Fowl. Luke Montz has had 4 plate appearances already. A walk, a fielder's choice. He grounded out and popped to the second baseman, Hirschfeld. He's 0 for 3.
For the Cougars in the top of the 7th inning, number 5, Luke Mont.
So here is Mont. Wind by Fowl, and the pitch. Fastball inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Foul ready, and the 1-0. Fastball inside again, 2-0. Again, the pitch-by-pitch account on KSIRsports.com. So after the game, or you can log on now, but even after the game, you can check out what happened on a pitch-by-pitch account. In the dirt, 3-0. And control issues for the Beat Diggers today. Although Fowl has done the nicest of the 3 jobs, without question. They're the most effective. 3 balls and no strikes. And the pitch. That's right there for a strike down the middle. Count sitting at 3-1. And this Resurrection Christian team makes some contact. They've only struck out once today. Swung on line. Caught by Monday at third. And there's 1 out.
Now batting number 3, Brett Bakerski.
1 down for Brett Bakerski. The shortstop for Resurrection Christian is 2 for 3. A bunt single, a ground out, a walk, and another single. Airs the wind and the pitch. Fastball, a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 0-1 to Bakerski, with 1 down in the top of the 7th inning. Airs the wine and offering. Swung on and fouled off to the right. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. The right-hander, Zane Fowl, ready. And the pitch swung on and lifted into right center field. Soto to his right is under it, makes the catch. 2 down in the 7th. Well, there's no doubt Zane Fowl has scored some points with the coaches with the way he's pitched so far. Here's Del Richardson. If he can retire him, that would be even more impressive. Richardson with 2 singles, a triple, and a walk. And he's driven in a couple. With 2 down and the bases empty in the 7th. The wind and pitch. Fastball right there for a strike on the outer half thigh high. It's 0-1. The Bay Diggers will have the 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Actually, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. The pitch. Curveball is right there. Down the middle at the knees. No balls, 2 strikes. It'll be Tormolen, Hirschfeld, and Monday. And hopefully a lot more if the Bay Diggers are to win this game. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the 7th inning. Foul delivers to Richardson, and he short-armed that one, bounced it in. 1-2. Yeah, that's a good thing about these games with these younger pitchers. I mean, you build for the future. It's nice to have a senior staff, but then you worry about next year. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, pop foul, and out of play. Count remains at 1-2. As the sun has completely disappeared from Sunset Baseball Field. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Del Richardson, the right-handed hitting catcher for Resurrection Christian. Stretch and pitch. Breaking ball is in the dirt. 2-2. The Cougars have 11 hits in the game. The Bee Diggers with 5, including a couple from Kyle Rosenbrock. And the pitch, up and in. Ball 3, strike 2. Yeah, maybe we'll get about an hour and 45, hour and 50-minute game one of these days, but not happening today. Didn't happen on Saturday. I think it might have happened on Thursday, now that I think about it. Yeah, the 3-2 pitch. Swung on, grounded to third. Monday plays it off his body, picks it up, fires to first. He throws it about 10 feet over the head of Tor Mullen, and now headed to second is going to be Richardson. And it's a 2-out double error by Monday.
Number 1, Josh Miller.
And here's Josh Miller. Miller is 3 for 4 in the game. Miller a single, a double, a single, and a line drive. The stretch and pitch. Swung on and popped up on the right side. Who's going to call for it? The catcher, Peterson, on the line makes the catch. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, 2 Bee Digger errors, and a man left. Let us head to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's Resurrection Christian 11, Brush 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Aaron Gravatt is the new pitcher. 3rd pitcher for Resurrection Christian, a hard-throwing right-hander. As we go to the bottom of the 7th inning, Jake Tomchek in right field. And the Cougars lead the Bee Diggers by a score of 11-6. It'll be Mitch Tormolen, Ryan Hirschfeld, and Tyler Monday. Yeah, the big play just happened in the bottom of the 6th inning when Alec Peterson was called out at 3rd. And I just repeat that because if that call's not made, and it looked like he was safe, it changes the bottom of the 6th. Now instead the heart of the order, or the back end of the heart of the order, comes up with the bases empty. Mitch Tormolen today is 1 for 3. He's grounded out, reached on an error, and doubled. Yeah, this Resurrection Christian team will be one to contend with in the 2A playoffs.
First baseman, number 25, Mitch Tormolen.
So here's Tormolen. And the first pitch at the bottom of the 7th inning to Tormolen is swung on, and that ball is grounded into left field for a base hit. And 1 year ago, the Bee Diggers scored 3 in the 7th and stunned Resurrection 7-6.
Number 23, Ryan Hirschfeld.
Trying to do the same thing. Bee Diggers pick up their 6th hit, 2 apiece by Rosenbrock and Tormolen. Ryan Hirschfeld is 0 for 2. With an RBI. That was a sac fly in his last at bat in the 6th inning. Or in the 5th, I should say. The stretch and the offering. Swung on, grounded foul. Up the third base side, it's 0-1. To Ryan Hirschfeld. Bee Diggers need a lot more base runners to get back in this. The stretch by Gravatt. The offering. Curveball is outside. I tell you what, they need a fresh baseball. That thing is as dirty as I've seen a baseball. And usually baseballs are white. That thing is brown. I don't know how the hitter can see it. 1 ball, 1 strike. The stretch. And the offering in the dirt. Took something off it. 2-1. And maybe it's me. Maybe I just noticed the color of the baseball now, but that is his. I think that baseball was manufactured 10 years ago. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Fastball is down and in. 3-1. You just need base runners at this point. You need at least 4 to get the tying run to the plate. 3-1 with Tormone at first. Gravatt stretches. The pitch way outside. It's a walk to Ryan Hirschfeld.
Now batting.
And again, we go back to that call in the bottom of the 6th.
Monday.
But you got to get past it. Tyler Monday 0 for 3, a couple of ground outs, and then struck out. If he can deliver here, he could make it maybe an 11-9 game. Brush trailed 11-2 after 4.5. It's now 11-6 with 2 big, strong hitters coming up. Aaron Gravatt gets the sign from Richardson. And the pitch. Fastball nearly hit him. 1 ball and no strikes. To Tyler Monday, who's 0 for 3 in the game. Tormone at second. Hirschfeld at first. And the 1-0. Up and away with a fastball. 2-0. 8 pitches have been thrown by Gravatt. Only 2 for strikes. Let's see if Monday looks for something right over the plate. 2-0. Blowing away. 3-0. Well, Jake Lohr is the first baseman, and you know he can nail down anybody the way he's pitched this year. 3-0 to Monday. And the offering, and that's low with a fastball, and the bases are loaded on a single and 2 walks.
Now batting right fielder, number 4.
Here comes a visit to the hill with Oscar Soto coming up. And, yep, not a surprise. Jake Lohr will take the mound for Resurrection Christian. We'll take a 1-minute break. The bases loaded, nobody out at the bottom of the 7th inning. Resurrection Christian 11. Brush 6 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Got it. All right, Jake Lohr is going to be behind the plate. He will not pitch. Brett Bukurski, whose name I mispronounced the entire game, is now the pitcher, coming in from his shortstop position. That means we have a bevy of changes all around. Del Richardson is now at third. The shortstop is Luke Mont. The first baseman for Resurrection Christian, Jake Tomchek. That means there's a new second baseman and right fielder. They switched virtually every position but 2. So the right-hander for Resurrection Christian, Bukurski, the 4th pitcher of the game. Second base is Josh Miller. Yeah, so a lot of changes here for Resurrection. Still not sure of the right fielder, but you rarely see 6 to 7 changes on one pitching change. Although that can happen in 2A baseball. Because Resurrection is a 2A team. The B-Diggers, of course, a 3A. The bases are loaded for Oscar Soto. And here's Bukurski, the right-hander against Soto, who in the game is 0 for 2. Struck out, popped out, and walked the pitch. And the curveball is upstairs. If you can get around to Maltos Garcia or Rosenbrock, you've got a shot. You've got to get at least to the top of the order. 1-0 pitch. That's up and away with a fastball, 2-0. Well, it's been about 8 or 9 pitches in a row outside of the strike zone. And Soto well ahead. Let's see if he'll be taking on the 2-0 pitch. Here it is. Swung on, line towards right center field. That's a base hit. 1 run is going to score. Hirschfeld's going to be held up at third on the RBI single by Oscar Soto. And it's now 11-7, still with nobody out in the 7th inning.
Now batting number 35.
That means the tying run is at the plate in Zane Fowl, who's grounded out and popped out. Well, the B-Diggers have made this really exciting. Wow. And right field, that is Aaron Gravatt. We know that now, the pitch. And the curveball's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Yeah, if you can get to Rosenbrock, you've got a real shot. But one has got to get on. You have to avoid a double play. Here's the wind and the 1-0. And the curveball is upstairs. And you don't have speed on the bases right now. Hirschfeld at third, Monday at second, Soto at first. Station-to-station base runners. But they're smart base runners. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by foul in the inner half. It's 1-2. And Grayson Simmons on deck. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wine and offering. And that curveball went behind him. 2-2. Yeah, foul's got to be ready now. Yeah, the board says 3-1, but that's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Zane Fowl. Wine and pitch. That is in the dirt, and it ricochets to the screen, but no advance by Hirschfeld. Remember, just a short distance between the catcher and the backstop. 3-2 to Zane Fowl. This is a critical pitch right now coming up to the opposing pitcher. If the B-Diggers win, Fowl would be the pitcher of record. 3-2 from Bukurski, and that is a called strike 3. Took something off it on the outer half, and there's 1 down. Took a chance there, thinking that it might not be called strike 3, but that was there. Here's Grayson Simmons with 1 out, and the bases loaded in the bottom of the 7th inning. Simmons grounded out, popped out, and walked. He's 0 for 2. And he's got some pop in that bat. If he can pull that thing, you could score a couple of runs. Here's the wind and pitch, and the curveball is well outside. 1 ball, no strikes. The B-Diggers have 7 hits in the game, including 2 in this inning. And the 1-0 offering, well outside with a fastball, 2-0. If Simmons gets on, the winning run would be coming up. That was inconceivable probably about 15 or 20 minutes ago. And the 2-0 offering, that's upstairs with a changeup. It's 3-0. I don't think the Resurrection Christian coaches can believe what's happening here. It's 11-7. 3-0 with the bases loaded. Now out of the stretch. 3-0 pitch, and that's down and in. Bukurski walks Simmons. Scoring is Hirschfeld. It's now 11-8. Alec Peterson is the winning run. I'm telling you, this would be a miraculous win if the B-Diggers can pull it off. Now Simmons has decent speed over there at first. Anything in the gap. With Monday at third and Soto at second. So here's Alec Peterson on the day. He is a 1 for 3. Ground out a walk and a pop out, and the curveball went behind him. I think he wanted that ball to hit him maybe, the way he reacted. Just so that would drive in a run. He did single in his last at bat right up the middle. 1 ball, no strikes. Bukurski winds and fires. Upstairs with a fastball. It's 2-0. And I wonder if Jake Lohr is going to come in. Yeah, there we go. Here's the visit to the hill. Yeah, this for the Resurrection Christian coaches has become unwatchable. I mean, this inning has been a big, fat mess for Resurrection Christian. It began on a base hit from Mitch Tormolin. Oscar Soto also has a hit in the inning. But we've also seen a bevy of walks. In fact, 3 to be exact. And now Peterson's ahead in the count at 2-0. Out of the windup is Bukurski, the 4th pitcher for Resurrection Christian in this game. The offering, up and in. 3-0. All of a sudden the Digger bench has come alive. Got to throw strikes in this game. 3 balls and no strikes. The stretch and the offering, and that is up and away, and Peterson walks. That's another run that is forced in. Monday scores. It's 11-9. Soto to third, Simmons to second, Arnoldo Maltos Garcia to the plate. And this is going to be another pitching change because this is the second visit. And they're pointing towards Jake Lohr. Yep, he eventually had to bring him in. A 1-minute break in the 7th. Resurrection Christian 11, Brush 9 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field, about 100 changes again. Thank goodness that I'm using an app here on my phone. Makes it a lot easier. Jake Lohr is the pitcher now. This guy throws nothing but smoke. Del Richardson behind the plate. We'll check out. Let's see who went to third base. If that was Bukurski, who went back to short, and maybe Mons moved over to third. Let's see how they set up this defense for Resurrection Christian. But Lohr throws gas. He one-hit Brush 17 days ago in a 10-0 victory. And this is it. If Lohr doesn't get it done, I mean, the Bead Diggers either lose the game with Lohr on the mound or win it with him on the mound. They're not going to a fourth pitcher in this inning. No way, no how, or a sixth pitcher in the game. This is it.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
And Lohr is a big, strong throwing right-hander. Can't emphasize that enough. All right, so now Josh Miller is the third baseman. Yeah, Mont remains at short. And Bukurski's at second. Arnoldo Matos Garcia singled, popped out, walked, and popped out. Well, that's good because every other at-bat he's been efficient. Those have been the odd number at-bats, and here is the odd number at-bat, number 5 for him. Or at least the 5th plate appearance, and the 4th at-bat maybe. Oh, what a finish here. 2 hours and 35 minutes of baseball. The Bead Diggers are down by 2. They were down by 9 earlier in the game. Matos Garcia awaits the pitch. Fastball is down and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Anything, a walk, a hit batsman. Just don't hit into a double play and you get Rosenbrock up there. The base is loaded and the 1-0. Fastball, a strike, down the middle, belt high. You imagine with Rosenbrock up there? That's going to be a classic matchup. Soto at third, Simmons at second, Peterson at first. And the 1-1. Swung on and fisted towards right center field. That ball is going to drop for a base hit. 1 run is going to score. To third is Simmons as Soto crosses home plate on the base hit by Arnoldo Matos Garcia on the flare. The Bead Diggers to within 1. It's 11-10. Here is Kyle Rosenbrock. This is unbelievable. Rosenbrock is 2 for 3. An error, a single, a walk, and a single. Winding the pitch. Swung on. That ball is driven deep into left field. If it's fair, it could be gone. And that ball is just foul. Holy mahungus. Oh, he was out in front of that pitch. It would have been a game winner. No balls and 1 strike. You have 2 of Brush's best hitters. Both have 2 hits today. Rosenbrock and Tormolen coming up. No balls and 1 strike. With the bases loaded, Bead Diggers down by 1. The pitch. And the breaking ball is grounded on the right side to the plate. And that is off the catcher's glove. Simmons is going to score. Here comes Peterson. He slides. Now he's going to stand in safely. The Bead Diggers win the game. 12-11. The Bead Diggers win the game on an error. Holy mahungus. Brush 12. Resurrection Christian 11 with 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll take a 2-minute break and wrap it up after this on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Sunset Baseball Field. Welcome to the Bead Digger post-game show brought to you by Buildings by Design. Buildings by Design and Brush takes pride in their workmanship and quality of their relationships with clients. For a free bid, call Pat Walter, 842-5837. Building today's business, Buildings by Design. Well, a miracle has occurred here at Sunset Baseball Field. The Bead Diggers down 11-2, 2 runs in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and 6 in the 7th on an error by the catcher Del Richardson on a perfect throw to the plate, which would have forced out Grayson Simmons, but the ball deflected off the catcher Richardson's glove to the screen. That allowed Peterson to score with a 12th run, and the Bead Diggers pull off the shocker by a score of 12-11, beating a team that had defeated them 10-0 just 2.5 weeks ago. 12 runs on 8 hits for Brush. They were not good defensively with 5 errors, 8 left on base. 11 runs, 11 hits, 3 errors, 8 left on base for Resurrection Christian. The winning pitcher in relief was Zane Fow. He did a tremendous job. We'll have to check who took the loss. I believe it was Brett Bakurski, who was the second pitcher in that inning. So we'll rehash that inning, but I believe it's Bakurski who takes the loss. Time of the game, 2 hours and 37 minutes. Resurrection Christian was in complete control, up 6-0 after 2.5 innings, then 6-2 after 3. It was 10-2 going into the top of the 5th inning when Resurrection Christian scored a run. The Bead Diggers would tally a run or make that 2 in the bottom of the 5th inning as they were able to get a sac fly in the process from Ryan Hirschfeld as the game was sitting at 11-4. Then Kyle Rosenbrock came up with a 2-run single in the bottom of the 6th inning on a play that Alec Peterson was thrown out at third. So we go to the 7th inning, and it begins with Mitch Tormolen's single and then a walk to Ryan Hirschfeld. Tyler Monday was then walked to load the bases. There were 2 pitching changes made in the 7th inning. And then a base hit by Oscar Soto made it 11-7 after a strikeout of Zane Fow. Grayson Simmons walked to make it 11-8. Then back to the top of the order, Alec Peterson walked. It was 11-9. And then Arnoldo Maltos Garcia came up against the ace Jake Lohr. And Maltos Garcia got a base hit. That made it 11-10. And then Rosenbrock would hit a ground ball on the right side over there to the first baseman. The throw was perfect towards Del Richardson. He just did not see the ball in. It deflects, 2 runs scored, and the Bead Diggers pull off a miracle here, winning by a score of 12-11. The Bead Diggers with a win improve to 9-5 on the year. Coach Muniz, he knew it the whole time. I think he knew it he knew it the whole time that the Bead Diggers were going to come back and win this game. Resurrection Christian drops to 10-5. All right, we're back in action tomorrow, 3:30 on 1010 as well as KSIR.com. The Bead Diggers are on the road against the Lions. A tremendous game. I don't know if Ryan Kauk's going to get any sleep. I'll try. This was just unbelievable. Brush had really no business winning this game. I mean, they benefited from some walks, but some very smart baseball in the bottom of the 7th inning. Sound engineer and producer of Brush Bead Digger Baseball has been Rose Condas. Keep in mind we have the Rockies coming up tonight at 7:30 with Rockies on deck. First pitch at 8:10 from Los Angeles in the first of a 3-game set. I'm John Beltran. The final score once again this afternoon from Sunset Baseball Field in Brush. The Bead Diggers rally from a 9-run hole, and they score the final 10 runs of the game to defeat Resurrection Christian 12-11 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.